Hey everyone, I'm Stephanie Bates with Four Seasons Properties, your residential realtor.
Hey there, Scott Davenport, the home loan expert from Guaranteed Rates.
And we're coming at you in Valley Center today with what's hot and trendy in the marketplace. Wow, Scott, well there's 70 homes for sale in Valley Center.
Nice, that's a great amount. That's it. You know, Valley Center is one of those cool areas where it's outside a little bit, but not too far out, but you've got that great, small town feel. It's cool to hear that there's some properties.
70. So there's only one zip code in all of Valley Center, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
You know, whether Escondido has 4 to 5 and all these other ones have so many zip codes, that's why there's so many houses for sale, but 70 in one zip code.
Right.
It's pretty expansive. And up in Valley Center, they do have that 2-acre lot split minimum.
Nice.
So you can't split those large lots anymore, lower than 2 acres. So
that's
people
good.
with 50, got to find an even number there.
Yeah, well that's the nice thing. I mean, Valley Center is really kind of known for having, having horses, having land, having a little bit of space, and that's kind of why you move out there. Is I wouldn't want to go out there and have these postage-sized houses, they're all smashed together. Out there, you're expecting to get that little more. So that's good. I like hearing that. Well,
the lowest price listing's quite high, so it's really showing what the market's doing right now and heating up in San Diego County. This one's listed at $459 as the lowest price listing.
Wow.
I remember when it was $275 not too long ago.
People think they go to Valley Center, they're getting this cheap deal, but it's still so conveniently close to everything, and it's that ripple effect, right? As everything grows within San Diego as a whole, it all ripples out, and you're seeing it right there.
Well, this one is located at 27939 Valley Center Road, and it's a cute little 3-bedroom, 2-bath, originally built in 1930. So it's this cute little bungalow, but it's been completely renovated top to bottom. So that's why you're getting that price at $479.
So they've taken some time, really gone through and renovated and put that little extra, love back into the property, and that's where that value is really coming in at. And it's, it sounds like it's totally worth it based off that.
Yeah, and it's right under 1,300 square feet. So they must have added on sometime because 1930 those houses were in the 600 square foot range.
You didn't need that much space back then. Everybody slept in one cabin, little room, right? So yeah, they've had to have been some nice additions to it.
And it's located right above the new up-and-coming Valley Center downtown. So they're really trying to modernize, gentrify, if you will, Valley Center. And so this one's right there, right above all the action. So that's a great positive about this one if you want to move into the neighborhood at a low price.
That's great. Yeah, it's nice to be like within walking distance of, coffee shops and stores and, parks and all that. That's right there. That's great.
Well, are you ready for your dream home?
Okay, tell me about it.
So this one is the highest price listing in Valley Center, and it comes in at $3.6 million.
How many acres is it?
50 acres.
50 acres, that's it. That's awesome. That's what you just, I learned how to drive on acreage like that. Like my friend's dad took me out in a field and put me in a truck, and it's like, you can't run into anything, just go. So that's the beauty of having 50 acres, is you can just take someone to learn how to drive. This
one is very meticulously built. In 2007, it's located at 12462 Keys Creek Road. You familiar with Keys Creek Road? Can you say that five times fast?
Exactly. I can't say it for sure. I've never been out there.
Well, the Lilac Farm is right out there. So 50 acres on that road, you have to be right next to it, which is pretty cool. So I'm sure you can smell, actually the lavender. All the lavender fields are out there. So it's beautiful. People get married. But this one's 8,500 square feet.
That's massive.
It's huge. And it has pretty much anything that you could want. It has a 24-person home movie theater. Gorgeous.
That's bigger than...
It's pretty massive.
That's huge.
That's like Sinopolis.
That is Sinopolis. Yeah, does it come with a waiter to bring me beer like Sinopolis?
It looks like it does. It does have 2 guest houses. Each have 5 bedrooms and 2 baths. Each guest house has that. The main house has 8 bedrooms and 7 bathrooms.
Is this
pretty
considered
cool.
A compound at that point?
It looks like a compound.
Yeah, I think so.
It wasn't fully gated because I wouldn't really want to fully gate a 50-acre lot. That would be pretty pricey. But it does have a heated pool spa, sports courts, fitness gym with a full racquetball court inside. Full length. We'll put the picture up there.
That's amazing.
Isn't that so neat?
Like, people have tennis courts, but racquetball court. Nobody has that. That's insane. Yeah.
But when you live out there, you kind of need your own gym.
Yeah.
You need things to do.
I guess it's a drive.
It's going to take some time to get off that 50 acres anyway.
It takes a while to get in and out of Valley Center and down to even Escondido. It's a little bit of a haul. So yeah, the more you can have on site, that's better, right?
But that's what I love about Valley Center. So 3.6 million, and you get a gigantic resort.
Right, exactly. You really could convert that into a resort. It's got everything that most,
It's a perfect retreat area.
Yeah. Turn it into a dude ranch, maybe.
It's a little windy out here. There's not a tornado. We're at the bottom of the grade going up to Valley Center, so it's pretty windy. Well, my favorite listing this week in Valley Center has got to be 30412 Cool Valley Highland Road.
Okay.
This one's listed at $712,000.
Nice.
And the reason I picked this is because it's a charming storybook looking home.
Oh, nice, yeah.
So that's exactly what I think of when I think of Valley Center.
Yeah.
I just think sitting out there on the huge expansive porch, looking out at my beautiful manicured lawn, no cows, I'm good. It's a city girl living in the country house kind of thing.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. So I love that side. I grew up in the South, and that's like the home field for me. You know, I want that big porch, the swing on the porch. We grew up with bug zappers that had this constant droning. I was telling my kids about it. They don't understand what that is, so don't need one too much out there. But that's just San Diego. But that's amazing. That's a great deal for what you're finding out there.
And it does have 2.5 usable flat acres.
Oh, that's huge. A lot of times these acreage are like on hills and mountains, and you're just like, that 50 acres, probably not all of it's usable, but having that, knowing you got 2.5 acres.
2.5 acres,
Exactly.
And it's beautifully landscaped.
Oh, nice.
Pool, spa in the back. And I mean, there is grass out there, but you do have your own well.
Oh, nice.
So that's why it's green in the photos, because you got a well. Because it gets kind of hot out there.
Yeah, Valley Center definitely kicks it up in the heat a little bit in the summertime, but so having the pool and spa is gonna be a great thing for sure. I love it. That's so cool.
So what are some of the hot and trendy things that we got in Valley Center going on?
So Valley Center's funny because it's got this small town feel. It's got this old Western vibe. So every Memorial Day weekend coming up pretty soon, they do their rodeo. And it's not just a regular rodeo. This is like your traditional, I'm gonna go watch somebody rope some cows, wrestle steers. And then my favorite part of any rodeo is called mutton busting. You know about mutton busting?
No.
So mutton busting is hands down the best part. And what it is, it's kids that between the ages of 4 and 7, and they ride on the back of sheep. So they get the big woolly white sheep, and kids hold on to them, and they take off down the rodeo, and they've got to stay on for 7 seconds. But they just run. Kids are all like in this pads and helmets. And
mutton run?
It's called mutton busting.
Oh, mutton busting.
Mutton busting, yeah, it is hilarious because these little kids, and then they fall and they roll, like, because sheep are only a couple feet off. It's hilarious. It's so much fun. Kids love it. Nobody gets hurt in the process generally, so it's really cute seeing these little cowboy kids out there. I love that part. But the other thing that they do, it's the whole rodeo where they've got the fair kind of style, the festival style, where you got the booths, so you can get your chicken legs and all those kind of great stuff walking around. But they also do, and this is something only Valley Center has, they also call it their the Western Days, and it happens the same time as the rodeo. It's that same weekend, 25th and 26th this weekend. But what the Western Days is, they actually have a group of like cosplayers, is the best way to describe it. So they dress up in the old traditional Wild Wild West get-ups. So they have the guys all in cowboys, and then they have some women that are dressed up as the floozies. And
Why?
Why, right? And
They're just having fun.
They have like staged events around the town where they rob the bank.
Oh,
they have
my
gunfights. They get into all this old, like, if you think of an old Western, like spaghetti Westerns, that's that whole vibe, right? People flying through the doors and rolling around the streets.
I want to go to that. That sounds like fun.
And so you can go to their Western Days website, and there's a whole schedule, and you can see where they're going to be. And they go into full character where they're out there. They go in the bank, and it's a real bank that's working in the middle of the bank day, and they have this whole staged bank robbery, and the guys come in there and rob them, and then of course the sheriffs come in and bust them. And then down by there's a park there. It's the Star Valley Park, which is a new kind of renovated park. They usually set up kind of a facade of that old Western feel, so you've got the buildings. It looks like you're driving down the old Western street, and they'll put them in jail and all that kind of stuff. So it's a great time to kind of get that old school spaghetti Western fun mixed in just, while you're walking around and going to the rodeo and seeing the mutton busting. So, I mean, it's a blast. I love it out
That
there.
sounds like a huge production.
It is. It's funny. I was looking in the schedule, and they have like meetings all getting ready up to coming into it. I mean, people are like full on into this. This is like a legit.
And it's Memorial Day weekend?
Memorial Day weekend.
Okay.
That's the same. They do the rodeo and the festival, the what is it called, the Western Days Festival. They're separate. They're two different things, but they go on at the same time. So you can kind of go the rodeo for a little while, go see the couple of parades going on. I mean, there's tons of stuff. So Valley Center Memorial Day weekend is the place to be. There's just so much happening. You have to check the website. I mean, they have a pie baking contest during the rodeo. I mean, come on. I want to be the judge of the pie baking contest. I love a good apple pie, so you gotta love that. But one of the other things that's awesome about Valley Center is Bates Nut Farm.
Yes.
Everyone loves Bates Nut Farm.
What a great name!
Yeah, exactly, right? It is the place to go for, of course, for your pumpkins, right? Everyone goes out there, but it is the best fudge I've ever had in my life. If you have a chance, no matter when you go out, they have events out there all the time. People get married, there's car shows out there, there's tons of stuff all year at the Nut Farm. But if you get a chance, get their fudge. It is amazing. It is the best. You gotta have that. You gotta have some fudge while you're there. I mean, that's the only reason really to go there. But the other reason is I've got a great photo. I'll put it up here. It's like our family, we get out there and like pose on one of these giant, massive pumpkins. And these are like 300-pound, massive pumpkins. And they've got them all posed and set up so you can go out there and take pictures during that fall time, but then get your pumpkins and have a lot of fun. I mean, you really just can't go wrong when you get out there. It's a pretty cool place to be, for sure.
It's a nice drive too,
Yeah.
and they're really updating downtown, so that's cool. But they're really trying to keep the spirit of Valley Center alive, which is great.
Yep.
So I appreciate that too.
One of the things I was talking to a good friend of ours who lives out there, and she was telling me that there are most of the businesses. I mean, like 95% of the businesses are all locally owned. It's not commercials businesses aren't in there. You don't have the big box stores, and they really pride themselves on having that small town ownership, and they really do. Keep it is a small community that really loves its the town and the feel, and really holding that together. So it's got the great values that you gotta love. So if you're thinking of moving out there, I mean, it's got all those moral values you want in a town, but you're not that far away from San Diego to get into the big city if you need the stuff.
Great school district, newer schools too. The high school's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And so one of my favorite coffee places actually is out there in a parking lot, and it's run out of this cute little van, and you can walk up to it or you can drive through this little tiny drive-through, but it is the best coffee I've had, and you gotta drive all the way up the grade to get there, but if you live there, I would get that every single day. It is so much better than Starbucks. It's amazing.
That's awesome. Yeah, you gotta get some good coffee. So I mean, if you like some acreage, you like some space, you like that small town feel, you like that old western vibe, Valley Center.
You want to be a cowboy or you want to be a city girl living in the country, Valley Center is the place for you.
It really is. It's good stuff.
Well, follow us every week as we bring you different cities around San Diego County, what's hot and trendy in the marketplace.
See you next time.
Bye.